What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. Merry Christmas. If you celebrated Christmas this past weekend, happy Hanukkah. If you finished celebrating Hanukkah last night, happy Kwanzaa as well. I know, I apologize for not exactly knowing the day, but I know that is this time of year as well. Happy holidays to all, and of course, hope you guys all have a happy and healthy New Year. Enjoy New Year's Eve. Have a good time. Be safe. All that jazz. Couple things you'll notice. New office chair. Super comfy. Good for my back. Your boy has what he likes to call a shitty back. So this will hopefully help. Good for the old lumbar. Also, we got that Arson Judge tee. Hell yeah. Shout out to the fiance for hooking it up. Had a great Christmas. Very excited for all that the new year will bring. In today's episode, first I just wanted to start by shouting out how awesome all you guys were with our last podcast episode. Last podcast episode was 5 things I wanted to see in MLB The Show 23. I kind of told you guys it wasn't really an all-inclusive list. There would still be more stuff to talk about. Of course, as news comes out, we'd be able to analyze it and things like that. But you guys fucking blew the comment section out the water on YouTube. This is one of our best performing podcasts on YouTube of all time. So you guys are killing it. You guys are the best. So what I figured I would do, not only to continue the conversation, but also to say thank you, is to read your guys' comments on the YouTube video and talk about some of the things you guys want to see in MLB The Show 23. This show is about my opinions, but the show wouldn't exist unless you guys listened, and you guys have opinions that are equally as valid. So we're going to run through these. Not going to be a super in-depth, deep episode. I just want to shout you guys out and also just give you my thoughts on what you guys want. So we're going to start off with Patient026. Patient Zero, shout out, a commenter on several videos. I appreciate him very much. I have an event, this is his words now. I have an event team that averages 90 plus defense throughout all defensive stats. This is in this current event he's talking about. These high defensive players routinely drop the ball, fail to even attempt to make the play. They run in the opposite direction of a ball in play. I'm assuming that also means on fly balls because my diamond outfielders do that all the time. They toss the ball 6 feet above their head when 2 steps from first base. And I could continue my list of disgraceful defensive issues with MLB The Show. So if defensive stats don't, this now, we're talking about the change we'd like to see. If defensive stats don't actually make a significant outcome in the games, why do we even have defensive stats? In my opinion, this is, again, still his words. In his opinion, remove all stats that have no impact on the gameplay and actually use a range from 0 to 200 in all stats that affect gameplay. Couple comments on that. I agree with you that defense is just a travesty in this video game. Just an absolute travesty. It is hysterically bad and it makes no effing sense. Literally at all. I don't think we can remove defensive stats from the equation. I just think they need to be tuned better. I think they need to make more sense. I think they actually need to be reflective of the athlete or the attributes. Now, the 200 attribute scale you talk about. I always thought it was kind of weird that suddenly 125 is the max attribute, right? In the end, it's just a fucking number. It doesn't really matter. But, like, usually we're talking in whole numbers, 100, 200, like you say. Why don't we just go back to 100 and, like, prorate and scale with how juiced the cards have been this year? You know what I mean? Like, it is weird. I'll completely hear you out on that one. I do think defense entirely needs an overhaul. They keep saying they overhaul it every year. Oh, fielding off the wall is different this year. Perfect relays is actually one of the best things they've done in a long time. But otherwise, like, the core defensive issues still exist. Why are not all 99 diamond third basemen created equally? Why does Manny Machado get incredible animations when Nolan Arenado sometimes seems a little slower to the ball? I understand reaction is a stat. Calm your tits. But you know what I'm getting at here. Like, last year, Eddie Murray, who was 99 fielding, was the worst defensive first baseman in the game. But I loved Eddie Murray, so I tried to deal with it. But, things like that just don't make any fucking sense. So, Patient Zero, shout out to you. I completely agree. Next, we have Charles Ridley. Shout out Charles Ridley. Do you think we ought to do ESPN, Fox Sports, TBS, Apple TV Plus, and MLB Network scorebug themes? I think that'd be super cool to customize, don't get me wrong. When I think about like feasibility and things that actually SDS would spend their money on, I don't think they would do that. However, I think it would be cool if we could customize our own score bugs. There would have to be restrictions, of course. They would be very templated. Like maybe we could pick the colors or things of that nature. Maybe there are a couple different layouts from which we can choose, so then visually we see what we'd like to. I'm down for custom score bugs. See, that's something I would never even think of. This is why I like reading your guys' comments. I read all of them, by the way, clearly. Because I saw them all and said, let's do an episode. I read all the comments. I appreciate all of them. But that's a really interesting concept. So, no, I don't think they'll have ESPN, Fox Sports, etc., but custom scorebook teams are a fucking pretty cool idea. I'd be down for that. I'd absolutely be down for that. Jeremy Lando, howdy doody. What's up, Jeremy? Thank you for your comment. Thank you for being a listener. I just want the universal DH in Diamond Dynasty, or at least an optional one for the people who don't like the DH. I think we have to be getting the custom or the universal DH next year. The game always reflects real life. We were a year behind on the DH because of coding issues, blah, 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 blah. I know there was also the collective bargaining agreement got agreed upon late. I would be stunned if DD still had pitchers hitting next year. That being said, it also means they have to figure out what they're doing with two-way guys like Shohei. Because if he's only a pitcher, you can never hit with Shohei. So they got to figure something out with that. But yes, I agree with you. I also want the universal DH. I've gone back and forth in this. In the past, you guys have heard me say I like the pitchers hitting because it adds strategy. But the more I think about it, it's pretty fucking dumb. Just give me the DH. Let's hit the ball. Let's make, especially with the level of content now, I think that's what changed my mind. 99 Yordan Alvarez, 99 Giancarlo Stanton, those are still endgame bats. But like, that all-star game Giancarlo Stanton, that MVP card, he's got like fucking 30 speed and 60 in the field, or whatever he's got. He's unplayable in the outfield. But as a bat, he's lethal. If there's a DH next year, look out for Giancarlo Stanton cards. He's making a resurgence. He will be in lineups, I promise you. Because his swing is actually pretty okay. But yes, DH. I agree, Jeremy. Thank you again for listening. Scott Rupp. Scotty! Shout out Scotty, friend of the channel, big friend of the streams. 5 things he wants for MLB The Show 23. And we've talked about a couple of these on stream before. Dedicated BR stadiums per win bracket. I fucking love this idea, and I've told him this before. I hate loading into a BR game, and it's Polo, or it's Anaheim, or it's the worst custom stadium we've ever played at. Get rid of custom stadiums, by the way. Hot take. I fucking despise custom stadiums. But if there were BR stadiums made by MLB The Show, that if you're in 0 to 3 wins, you play at this one. 0 to 6, you play this one. 0 to 9, this one. 0 to 12, this one. That would inherently match you up with people within that range, which is a larger discussion. But you could have super cool fucking designs and a lot of fun with that. Like, imagine the 9 to 12 win stadium looking like a true World Series environment, and 0 to 3 looking like a backwoods farm, like Field of Dreams type of stadium. I love this idea. It definitely requires further thinking and further hashing out of how BR works in itself, but I'm so down with that idea. A trophy case that tracks your stats and rosters for World Series and flawless teams. I also love this, and if you guys don't really know what we're saying there, the way Scotty described it to me was, I don't know if you guys ever played Pokemon, olden day Pokemon more so, like red, blue, silver, gold. If you beat the champion of the Elite Four, you got your team in the Hall of Fame. And they did the whole little sequence with who you're... So think about, like, if you just went into a trophy room and it just had a snapshot team picture of your entire team. Something really simple and cool like that. Tiny little things like that make a big difference. They don't impact gameplay, they don't impact content, but it's kind of fun. Something cool and fun like that I'd be down for. Shorter mini-seasons plus more player rewards. I definitely think more player rewards. That goes without saying. I don't know if shorter mini-seasons is the answer, Because if they make mini seasons as fun as it can be, I think the length is fine. Given the way it was this year, yes, shorter mini seasons. But if they can make mini seasons better, then leave it as is, just give me the content. But I see where we're going with this. More player rewards from collecting cards in place of receiving collection tickets for the big reward. I like that idea as well. Content's already booming, just give us more of it. I do think the collection systems in total need to be revamped quite a bit. There was a lot of Twitter conversation in the last week about how there should be no live series collection, how if there is one, the card should not be 99 overall that early in the game. It's a whole separate can of worms that we could talk about if SDS ever addresses it. But I do think collections need a revamp. And then lastly from Scott, delay content at the start of the year for more focus on live series cards in the game. I love this idea because live series cards just go to shit. That's why I think there should be some sort of live series mode. Maybe mini seasons becomes a live series mode. Maybe there's another separate BR mode that's only live series cards. Maybe it's something else entirely. But yeah, I think live series cards get shafted in this game because people only look at them as roster update investments at this point. Like, no live series cards are viable ever after, like, I guess 6 weeks, because like Mike Trout is, but like 6 weeks, those cards are done. You're not touching them. After 2 weeks, you're not touching most of them. So yes, I agree. Let's find better ways to disperse the content. From Matt Parker. Parker is my dog's last name. Thank you for listening, watching, commenting. I appreciate you. For the first couple weeks or month, the best cards in the game should be live series diamonds at the very start. That's basically what Scott just said. I agree entirely. Some silvers should even be usable in lineups. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be super cool. Shitty legends should be in a game. This is probably in reference to my SDS, please don't use these cards ever again theme team. But their cards should be placed strategically so they actually have a chance of being usable and being fun to use. I agree. As good as the content has been this year and even been last year, there's always room for improvement with content timing and being smart with giving us like 99 Don Mattingly and 99 John Smoltz in September instead of December. So yes, I agree. The first live series collection should be pushed back so it's not out at launch. Yeah, see, Matt Parker, I agree. I agree with you very, very much. I like your ideas. I hope SDS is listening. Ramon, I know you read the comment section. So just come on, listen to us here. Matt, again, has another comment here. Franchise needs a whole new rework, but I've lost all hope with it. Don't lose hope. If you lose hope, that means they will continue to ignore it. Keep fighting the good fight. There are a lot of people out there who like franchise. Some of you guys might listen to this podcast. I know I'm really not much of an offline podcast, so I apologize for that. But at the same time, there's no offline updates. There'd be nothing to talk about if this was an offline podcast. But if you're a franchise person, keep sticking with it. Keep letting your voice be heard. Because yes, franchise does need a rework. As I've said, don't know much about running franchise in MLB games. I haven't run them since I was a child. However, if they made an all-encompassing banging franchise mode, we'd be streaming it. I would definitely give it a try. My boy Angel in the comments. What's up, Angel? Thank you so much for commenting, listening. Nighttime Stadium. Oh, he's got a lot of things to say. All right, we're going to read every single one. Nighttime Custom Stadium online playability. Yeah, remember when they said we could play at custom stadiums at night? They lied. You can't do it online. So yes, it's if they keep custom stadiums. I'd rather they get punted into the sun. Adjustable backstop sizes and foul area dimensions in custom stadiums. Okay, I like this. I sense a theme here. Tertiary jersey option slot like alternate or throwback. That's dope. That's dope and requires like no coding. That's dope. I love that. Sleeve and hat backside logos. All right, so Angel's getting into a lot of the design stuff. This is the stuff I would never think of, so I'm totally down for this. Sleeveless, buttonless jersey options. Oh, shit. We're going. So, fun fact, real quick tangent. When I played in-house town baseball when I was 13 years old, that was our first year moving to the 90-foot bases. We had banging stitched vests with the t-shirt underneath. Oh, I fucking love those things. They were great. So yes, I'm in for that. Custom-made fonts. Ooh, yes. Jersey Vault? A Jersey Vault would be huge. I'm so happy with the way I made my uniforms this year. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to recreate them. So yes. Add seating, a wall, backstop, customizable coloring in the custom stadium. I love that too. Logo on artificial field for custom stadium. Retractable roof and dome adaptations. That's cool. Yeah, why not? I mean, if you're making a custom stadium, those are clearly options. They should be there. More celebratory props after win or home run. I'm assuming he means for custom stadiums. Designated hitter, of course. Yep, we talked about that. Ball players no longer playable in Diamond Dynasty. Thank you, Angel. Get him out. Diamond Dynasty, no place for creative players. You want to put them in Road to the Show? Have a ball. Make the Hall of Fame. They don't belong in Diamond Dynasty. Thank you, especially with so many good cards. Rewards after completing a Superfractor player. Yes. So, I'm a Marvel Snap guy. I don't know if you guys play Marvel Snap. If you do, tell me. I'd love to be able to play everybody, but like you can't do head-to-head in Marvel Snap. It's fucking stupid. I love Marvel Snap, though. When you collect a card to its rarest variant, you get a secondary super shiny variant of it that you can then progress and make even rarer and rarer. Let's fucking do that with these cards. Angel's a great idea. I love that. If you got that idea from Marvel Snap, shout out to you. We're on the same wavelength. Defensive PXP and missions. Yes. Assists, putouts, caught stealings. Those are part of the game. We should get some credit for those things. No substitution batters before the 6th inning unless an injury occurs. So eliminating platooning. I see why you'd want that because it can be annoying. I don't think they could feasibly take that out of the game, though. And I don't know if I'd want them to. Because if my opponent wants to burn through his or her bench real early with all these substitutions, it hurts them later on in the game because they won't have bench options. So I see where you're coming from, and I understand your point, but I don't think that's going to happen. Co-op rewards, of course. I have not touched co-op this year because there's no reason to. So yes, co-op rewards. Advanced in-game attribute metrics. In-game attribute metrics. Okay, I like it. I'm open to hearing more about that because I don't 100% know what you're getting at, but I'm down for anything that's more advanced. I'm down. And improved base running. Yeah. Let's fix the base running. Please, it's a shit show. Thank you. Thank you again, Angel. Scott is back again. Scotty, shout out. Redefine the PCI. Is it where your eyes are looking or is it the bat? Make it an elongated bat icon instead of a circle. Yes to both. Yes to both things. Spencer, shout out Spencer. What's going on? Spencer Jones. I 100% agree that PS5, Series S or X are current gen. Finally. We should stop hanging on to the old consoles. Both current consoles are on shelves. I own them both. Yes, Spencer. I don't think we should stop making the game for PS4 or Xbox, whatever the fuck. But it is time to optimize for current gen. Not next gen. Current gen. Next gen is PS6. That's a decade away. Mama Dukes. A couple comments from Mama Dukes. I appreciate you. First of all, just subscribed. I like the content. I like your face. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate that. Owner of the older Xbox, and I still completely agree with you. See? See? Mama's a smart man. Or woman. I don't know. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. You guys were great. You killed the comment section, like I said. Yes, that is it. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. In the spirit of New Year's, I'm always thankful. So I appreciate you guys. I'm not one for New Year's resolutions. I like being driven by goals, but I think New Year's resolutions just set yourself up for failure, if I'm being completely honest. I prefer to just have goals daily or goals monthly. Like this month I'm going to do this week I'm going to do this. But my goal, just like it was last year, is to give you guys an episode of this podcast every single week. I'm going to do my best. I didn't miss an episode, I don't think, in 22. I'm pretty positive, actually. I fucking nailed every single one. I'd have to go back and look. But either way, I will continue to deliver as engaging content as I can provide. All right, everybody, I appreciate you. I love you all. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Ring in 2023 with a bang, a safe bang, a bang, bang, bangity bang, instead of bang, bang, bangity bang. How I Met Your Mother reference. Talk to you guys next year.